Hello, so after your school sends the notification that I've received your school fees, what do you do next? Of course, you apply for visa. Now, what kind of visa are you going to apply for? Because there are different types of visas. Which website are you going to apply for that visa? And what documents do you need in order for you to apply for the visa? This video answers all of those questions. So then this video is going to be addressing how you apply for a visa to come to Denmark as a student. So normally, if you're leaving Cameroon or any other country as a student, be it undergraduate or master's degree student, to come to a university in Denmark, you will need to apply for a residence/work permit because it is a long stay visa. Now, other people might apply for tourist visa and other things, but since you're going to be here for more than a year, you need to apply for the residence/work permit visa. Another thing is that if you are not part of the EU or you're not part of the EEA, that's the European Economic Area, or you're not a Swiss citizen, you will obviously have to apply for a visa in order to come to Denmark. So those are the only exemptions that can come to Denmark without a visa. So meaning you need a student visa to live here, to study here, and to work part-time in Denmark. Now with a student visa, it gives you permission to do 20 hours of work a week, meaning while studying you can be doing student jobs, and a maximum of 80 hours in a month. But for the months of June, July, and August, you could do full-time. Now, the first thing is that you have a couple of documents that you're going to to compile. The second thing you need to do is that you need to create a case order ID. I'm going to explain all of that. I'm going to break it down. So it means you have to go to the website of the Danish Agency for International Recruitment and Integration. Now, it is abbreviated SIRI, S-I-R-I. So you go to this website, or just type in the browser new in Denmark and you're going to see the website. Now when you go to this website, there's every information that you need about applying for a visa in Denmark, be it what kind of visa, whether tourist visa, whether long stay, short stay, anyone. When you open the website, the first thing is that you have to choose the higher education type of visa. When you go there, you will see a drop down menu where you fill your email address, your name, and other questions. And then you create a case order ID. It's like you're opening a file for yourself. Now, when you create this case order ID, they are going to send you an email confirming that you have created and pay for the case order ID. Now, it is clearly written there that you have to pay 2,115 Danish kroner. That is what I paid, which is an equivalent of 185,000 francs in Cameroon. Once you pay this money, you will receive a receipt in your email address confirming that you have paid for your case order ID. Okay, the next step is that you will have to start filling the ST1 online form. Remember I told you in the previous video that if your school receives your money, they have to start filling the visa form for you. So when they start filling the visa form for you, they'll fill their part and then they will send a reference number and a password. So you have to start filling this form online, and it's really long, so you have to take your time. And trust me, you cannot do it on your phone. You need a laptop. Anything concerning application, travel, or whatever online, please use a laptop and not a phone. You will then have to enter the necessary information there. All of the questions are going to ask you, including your case order ID. So if you have not paid for your case order ID, I'm sorry, you might not be able to submit that ST1 online form. In the course of filling, you will also need to start uploading your documents. Now, when it comes to online application, they don't really need many documents. It's only when you want to go and submit these documents physically that you need many documents. So the first thing is that they will ask you for the receipt of the paid case order ID. So like I said, they will send the receipt to you in your email. So you will have to upload that receipt that was sent to you. And then you also need to upload a PDF of all the pages of your passport, including the empty pages. You will also need to upload your admissions letter. They will need an attestation of account balance showing that you can support yourself while you're studying here. This is what we always call bank statement in Cameroon. And the Danish government is assuming that you have 79,068 Danish kroner in your account that can enable you to study here without any problem for 1 year. Now, this money is equivalent to 6,949,000 CFA francs. So let's just say you have to have an attestation of bank account balance showing that you have 7 million francs CFA in your bank account to enable you to study. That's if you are not having somebody sponsoring you or you're not having an affidavit. And then while you're filling this form, you also have to download the sworn declaration of information page and sign it and upload it. So the ST1 online form, before you submit it, there's a declaration. All of this information is stated there. It's just that I want to break it down for us. There is the last page of a particular document. It's called the sworn declaration and information page. You have to download it, you sign it with your hand, and then you scan it and attach it to this document. The Danish embassy wants to know that you are the person who is doing all of this, and you are confirming to the terms and conditions that are given you in order for you to enter their country, and they are also confirming that whatever information you're giving them is valid. And then don't forget that there's another fee to pay, which is an embassy fee of 1,700 Danish kroner, an equivalent of 150,000 francs in Cameroon. Now, you don't need to upload the receipt of this payment when you're applying online, but when you're going to submit your documents physically, they will need this receipt to show that you have paid for the embassy fee. Now, after you've uploaded all of these documents, I always recommend that you take a break, you sleep or do anything, but just let the application be. Of course, while you're filling the application, you're filling and saving, so that you can come back next time, because it's usually long and some people cannot use one day or may not use one day to fill the form. So allow it rest. You can even ask another person to go through all the fields that you fill, so that you confirm that whatever you fill is correct. And then when you come back the next day, you go through again with a fresh mind, then you submit your application online. Now you have applied for the application for a visa online, but you are not done, because that's just the beginning of the process. So you have not submitted or any request for a visa until your biometrics have been taken. Biometrics, I mean your fingerprints, your fingerprints, your passport size photo, and other things that concern your biometrics. So after you fill this form, you have a maximum of 14 days to report at any Danish embassy or consulate in any country of your choice for you to give your biometrics. So that is when, it is only when they have received your biometrics that they start working on your file for a visa. So funny enough, we don't have a Danish embassy in Cameroon, and so you can go to Ghana, you can go to Nigeria. So the cheapest and the fastest for me was Nigeria. So I had to leave Cameroon and visit Nigeria in order to give my biometrics. So, but if you feel like within this 14 days you might not be able to make it to any of the embassies, Danish embassies, it is always good, and they recommend that you send them an email and tell them you will not be able to make it, so that they start rescheduling you and other things. After I submitted my application online, the next week I reported at a VFX center in Nigeria to submit my documents and my biometrics. So this is it for the Danish embassy. A quick recap: if you're coming as an undergraduate or master's student to Denmark, the kind of visa you have to apply for is residence/work permit visa. That is what you're applying for. And you have to go to the website of the Danish Agency for International Recruitment and Integration, abbreviated as SIRI. You have to create your case order ID on this website that I just gave you. You have to pay the case order ID fee, which is 2,115 Danish kroner, an equivalent of 185,000 francs. Then you have to start filling the ST1 online form that will be sent to you by your school. So they will send you the reference number and the password. You log in and you also fill the information there. There you're filling the information there. You have to upload documents like receipt of your paid case order ID, a PDF of all the pages of your passport, including the empty ones, your admissions letter. You have to upload an attestation of account balance showing that you have more than or over 7 million francs CFA in your bank account. And then you also have to upload other documents like maybe your cover letter, motivation letter explaining to the Danish embassy why you need the visa, employment letter. So for me, I uploaded a cover letter, I uploaded my CV, I uploaded my employment letter, yes, just as supporting documents to my case. You also have to sign the sworn declaration and information page. So you have to download it, you sign it, and then you upload it back. And then after you've done this, you will submit an application online. Then after that, you have to report at most 2 weeks at any Danish consulate, wherever. So I went to Nigeria for mine. And don't forget that when you're going there, you're going to need a couple of documents, receipt, and other things. So in the next video, I'm going to be telling you the document that you need to take along with you to go to Nigeria, to Ghana, or any Danish consulate in order for you to apply and give your biometrics. So thank you very much for watching to the end of the video. This is Educase Inc. And we now have a YouTube channel where we are going to be putting all of these videos. If you cannot catch up with us on Facebook, you can always go to YouTube, take some time and watch our videos. Don't forget, we are always here to answer your questions. Now you can follow Educase Inc. on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, and now you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. So choose which one you like. Thank you for staying with us. Take care. This has been the Village Girl. Ciao, ciao.